is nearing landfall here just off the southwest coast of Taiwan. Winds at this time estimated around 155 kilometers per hour with that pressure at 950 hectopascals. Key thing on satellite imagery, we're seeing a lot of dry air sweep in on the western periphery of this, meaning that right front quadrant all the more is where it's going to be some of the worst of the weather. We still have inflow impacting parts of Ilocos Norte with heavy rainfall, but the big topic today is that inner eye wall as this starts to come on shore. It may not be a super typhoon, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some videos out of here, people just getting caught off guard, especially with that inner core, that inner eye wall. That is right here on the radar, and we're talking about 155 kilometer per hour winds, friends. It is there that you're seeing really the worst of those winds that come on shore over the course of the next few hours from recording this on Thursday morning. That's when hopefully people are hunkered down inside, ready, and maybe parking their cars on the northwestern side of whatever building they're at, because those winds are going to sweep in from the east and then eventually back as this comes back around, starting to come in from the west as it comes on shore. But the point is that inner core is where you're going to be looking at some wind damage. All the while, not just the wind threat, but heavy rainfall has been piling up in southeastern Taiwan, with rain totals already adding up in over 500 millimeters, and we're still going to be looking at more precipitation in some of these areas as we go ahead over the course of the next 24 hours. The good news, and you kind of see is interesting in the forecast from JMA, how it just almost stops and wobbles here. Two things going on. We got that front towards the north pushing in on it, and two, the mountains are so high that this is almost acting like a wall, a ball just basically bouncing up against it. And that low pressure center, instead of straddling the mountains like it does sometimes, it's just bouncing off and coming backwards, which I've seen in the past on the East Coast where they come on shore and kind of bounce around, then they finally figure out their way around it. But it looks like just due to that flow coming in from the north and a high pressure ridging in, this is going to have a hard time even getting past Taipei with that low pressure center just lingering out here and weakening as we go ahead through a Thursday and the Friday, which means this is not going to be a one and done storm. At least heading into Friday over towards Saturday, we're still going to have northerly winds just continuing to rush in. And you can see that here as this pulls off. Look at the northeast monsoon trying to penetrate and gusting through the Taiwan Strait here all the way out towards Vietnam, and even some breezy conditions in the Philippines, which, by the way, still watching this low for some scattered showers across parts of the Philippines over the weekend. And I have a separate update on this for our friends in the Mariana Islands, a potential tropical system out here for you, at least increasing your rainfall Sunday over towards Monday. So we're going to keep an eye on that. A couple things still going on here with our monsoonal flow and, of course, our full-on typhoon, which, back to that, heavy rainfall, southeastern Taiwan. Look at that, areas in pink indicating over 300 millimeters so far today and yesterday, and that is before the storm system has made landfall. An additional 300 to 500 millimeters on top of that is still possible, which means we get add up to a meter in some areas before this is all said and done. And then we have that northerly flow on the backside, which is going to bring showers even over towards Taipei. So naturally, anytime we're talking about flooding, remember this graphic, I always like showing it, do not estimate the flood threat. That is the key thing. Just don't underestimate it, friends. Be smart, be safe, know those official warnings, and take those evacuation advisors seriously. Thursday into Friday, northerly winds continue to gust through the Taiwan Strait, though. By the weekend, it does look like things should start to at least taper off and look at some much better conditions. The same thing goes for your waves, but still out across the West Philippine Sea, some pretty decent swells. And then, of course, we're watching back towards the east, where I mentioned we have a separate video going on up towards Guam, but Saipan, you're going to be looking at those waves picking up there for you. Taipei, though, Friday, scattered showers. Saturday, still cloudy skies, but by Sunday, some sunshine might build in with highs up to about 29 degrees. So relatively cooler weather forecast out here for you. Meanwhile, do want to say a big shout out to our Super Typhoon friends. That is on Patreon. If you want to support the channel, check out the link is down below. Every single update, I mention these guys because you donate and you support. You deserve a little bit of love. And I just want to say a big thank you for everybody that helps out. If you want to help out the channel, check out the link is down below. Yeah, number one thing, though, as always, of course, stay safe out there, friends. I hope you have a good day. Wherever you are, hopefully you're staying safe ahead of the storm.